Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. I've just realized that I left a bad intro in the last VOD, and I was going to cut it out, so enjoy that. VOD watches the 30 seconds of footage they don't want you to see. They is me. Now, I'm going to go and play UFO 50 today. The reason that I'm here is because I've had a thought. I don't think that UFO 50 is an official LX Systems / UFO Soft production. I think the canon explanation is that this is a pirated... Because this right here, this is a crack throw. How many of these have we seen from, like, the Amiga and playing CPC games, right? This is the team showing off that they know cool wobbly vector graphics and text, and they found this in a shed rather than actively porting the games. That's my thought. Anyhow, today we are going to play through... Was that Ghost? I don't see a ghost. Today, we're going to play through Night Manor. Except this time, we're gonna get the full thing. Speaking of, let's do the full thing from the start, yeah? You probably shouldn't have left the party angry. Amy was out of line, but then again, she's been going through a lot. Wait, what's that? Night Manor! Warning, this game contains scenes of horror and dread. Player discretion, I prefer it contains scenes of bread. Bread is nice. Where am I? You mutter as you wake up in a strange room. The last thing you remember is driving your car. And then you hit something in the road? Disoriented, you try to make sense of your new surroundings. The thing is, Bronwyn, as well, when we played some of the ARG, I got the impression that they haven't actually released any of these games. Use a spoon on the vent, you pry the cover off with ease. You take the folded piece of paper and a hairpin, holding it together. Because there was a big party for the 50th game, but nobody's heard of UFO 50 until this cracker group launched it. I'm speculating wildly. That's just the impression I get from... Like, why does the game have two separate intros? And one of them looks exactly like what the Hit Squad would put together on Spectrum, you know? You stick the hairpin into the lock and wiggle it around. The hairpin becomes stuck, but you hear the lock click open. Lost his mind. Why? It's Sonia Aaron. Hello, hello. Glad you're getting some use out of those emotes, and thank you to Empirical Woodland for passing them along. A hallway stretches out before you with a staircase at the end. Pale moonlight shines in from a door to your left. I'm going to the right. The bedroom appears to have common amenities, but nothing too specific, indicating it is possibly a guest room. The happy thing for the day will be if I am able to get the cherry in this game. That'd be nice. You open the drawer and notice various reading materials. Among them is a page that looks like it was torn out of a journal. Did I get that? Okay, I did. Cool. There we go. Buried among the towels and clothing in the drawer, you find some batteries that might come in handy. I missed those last time, I was a little annoyed. Things have been tense with Cheryl since losing my job with the firm. I had to calmly explain to her that our financial situation is not in jeopardy, and that she can continue working on her fashion design projects without having to worry about anything. Still pretty irritated, so I think I'm going to try a cup of that relaxation tea now. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the financial situation! I spent the past few days sick in bed with some kind of flu. Headache, nausea, etc. Today I was finally able to hold down some solid food. Funnily enough, my symptoms seemed to disappear the moment I had some of that tea that my therapist gave me. She didn't mention anything about it being a flu cure, but I'd sure like to believe that it helped. Just close you up. Happy thing for today is it's the start of my time off work. I get to have 2 weeks off, and Rickstra's visits next week. Hell yeah. Good timing. I meant to do that in time with the music. This spacious living room might have been a cozy place to relax if you had come to this house on better terms. So we've got a journal entry, and there were... well, that cut through because of the thunder, but there's coins in the cushions. And some matches on top of the thing. My therapist suggested that I keep a journal to write down anything that causes me stress, whether it's a minor annoyance or a major one. She said it would be an excellent tool to identify and manage daily stressors. She also sent me home with tea that is said to promote relaxation. What do I have to lose? So, here's my first journal entry. Oh, heck yeah! A couple days off for you and your brother's birthday. Happy birthday to the two of you. A portrait of a couple and their children. They seem happy. This guy, this face, I didn't realize it yesterday. This guy is proportioned like one of the characters from Lakeview Cabin. If anyone has ever seen that. They are... You flip the picture frame over and see the Pills family, 1986, written on the back. Lakeview Cabin is... like 1980s slashers, the puzzle game, and you have to survive the slasher, and that sort of thing. And all the characters have very specific designs like that. With, just big square heads. The ceiling of this expansive foyer reaches all the way up to the second floor of the house, with twin staircases leading there. A fine wooden table surrounded by 6 chairs is at the center of this lavish dining room. That always feels like it's about to start selling me something. Ah, dear. Thank you very... Now, come on, Aaron. Twitch is being weird. You are on more than 3 streams. You are always here. And it's always appreciated. Today, I was in the sunroom enjoying a cup of that tea. Has a unique musky aroma that's really starting to grow on me. Sadly, my piece ended when I noticed that the kids had gotten handprints all over the glass. We could only afford to have the housekeeper here once a week now, so I guess I'm the one who's stuck with cleaning it up. As you step into the kitchen, the first thing you notice is the foul smell. But then you realize there's someone else here with you. You touch the person's shoulder gently. He turns around suddenly, raising a very large cleaver in his hand. You begin to tremble in fear. So, in this instance, the controller, you see all that horrible juddering? That's happening automatically. It makes it very hard to move around. With your heart pounding in your chest, you duck behind the curtains and cover your mouth, hoping to hide. And And then this one is just tap the button when it gets to the green bit. And just keep your cool. Especially when the controller speeds up. And the killer catches you! Somehow you must have given yourself away. As the intense pain consumes you, you wonder what you did to deserve such a horrible end. You fall to the ground in a pool of blood. And then wake up in a cold sweat. You run your hands over your body, feeling nothing. Was it just a nightmare? Now, as far as I'm aware, this doesn't actually change the ending of the game and what we are here to do. But the killer is, like, out and about on the loose. So maybe be careful to avoid the killer. Alright, give me that knife. Now we are safe. Today I was outside enjoying my tea when one of the landscapers bumped into my cup and spilled it on the ground. To my surprise, Baxter ran over and started licking up the puddle immediately. Instead of being mad, I just laughed. Who knew that dogs liked tea? You open the kitchen sink and cabinet to find various cleaning supplies, including a large bottle of drain cleaner. You take it. The air in this dusty garage is a bouquet of mildew and motor oil. A single light bulb casts the room in a yellow glow. That's a really good phrase, actually. A bouquet of mildew and motor oil? Hot damn. So we use the oil on the rusty chest. The oil dissolves the rust and the box springs open. Inside the box is a red gas can and a crowbar. You take both. Now we can use the batteries on the torch. You put the batteries in the flashlight and try turning it on. To your delight, the flashlight shines brightly. And also, there was somebody at the window. I saw that. Did you see that? I saw that. Baxter has been vomiting to the point of dry heaving all day. He won't eat or drink anything. The kids are very upset. Cheryl won't stop blaming me because she thinks it was my tea that made him sick. Unbelievable. Unfortunately, our personal vet is out of town, and all others are closed, so it will have to wait until tomorrow morning. Now, what we need to do is head to... No, I don't want to read that. Thanks. I want to go back to the stairway. And what we can do now is if we use the torch on the darkness, your flashlight chases away the darkness, revealing a central archway and 2 wooden doors on the 2nd floor. This cozy lounge is decorated with trophies and might be a nice place to relax under different circumstances. This is pretty cool, actually. I want to say Snatcher did something like this, where you had to, like, move your cursor around like a torch. The only thing I remember in Snatcher is being wildly underwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. One of the landscapers showed me something unusual today. He pointed out a patch of strange tendrils that were growing up from the ground where I buried Baxter 2 weeks ago. I have no idea what they were, but I noticed a pungent and familiar smell. It smelled a lot like my tea. Now what we can do, use the coins. You insert some coins into the jukebox. As a sentimental song begins to play, a sheet of paper falls out from underneath. You take the sheet music. The masked figure suddenly appears in front of you. You begin quaking with fear in his terrifying presence. That's something that this game does with... So I mentioned when I played it on stream yesterday, Clock Tower does that. Haunting Ground does that. Where if you make a sound, the killer knows where you are, and the killer is more likely to come get you. Just reach through the darkness, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we now have all the things that we need. Actually, you know what we can do? No. Don't do that. Let's do this this way. Because what I need to do is we can do some stuff in the kitchen. The smell of chlorine hangs faintly in the cool, wet air as the sound of crickets drone through the night. This is not the kitchen. This is where we get to from the kitchen. There's a greenish hump floating in the center of the pool, just out of arm's reach. So what we do is we duct tape the hook. You wrap a long piece of tape around the hook, leaving part of it hanging free so the hook can be taped to something else. You tape the hook to the end of the pool cue, creating a long hooked pole. You pull the object closer to you with a hooked pole. It's surprisingly heavy. As it gets closer, you realize that it's a corpse! Your skin crawls as you reach down and remove a copper key from the corpse's belt. Four stone lion statues, mottled with moss and lichen, stand like sentinels in front of a dark, foreboding gate of oxidized copper. In the stillness of the night, small critters can be heard rustling through the overgrown grass of this unkempt backyard. Copper key opens the shed door. The small confines of this wooden shed feel cramped and claustrophobic. Wood dust seems to cover every surface of this tiny space. No matter how many times we get rid of the tendrils, they keep coming back. It's some sort of fungus, I'm told. A friend gave me a recipe for a treatment that is said to get rid of all manners of mold and fungi by killing it at the root. I typed it into my computer so that I would not lose it. Ah, okay. So that's going to be what we're building up towards, I reckon. Alright, I want a wrench, a screwdriver, some hedge clippers, a shovel. Nothing's in the boxes. A heavy burlap sack is resting against the wall here. Oh, wait a second. This is something I couldn't do yesterday. I tried to use the hedge clippers, and it said use something sharp. So we used the knife. Irashaimase, everybody! Now I am here twice. Welcome on in, Empirical Woodland. That game's on a timer. You'll excuse me for pausing it. Empirical Woodland is currently playing through all of the Legend of Bob games. So go check those out. Currently, we're doing Bob's Quest. Bob's Advent, the second one. It's not going well. Which says nothing of Empirical Woodland. The game's just a mess. Ardent Slacker, this is not my favorite, but I'm certainly enjoying it. Alright, since we're here, we can use wrench. Using the wrench and a little elbow grease, you work the rusty bolts off and manage to pull the motor out. side area of the house is comparatively smaller than the backyard, and looks like it was once used as a flower garden. We can use the shovel on this little patch of dirt. The shovel pierces the ground with ease. Not long after you start digging, you feel the shovel hit something. Inside the hole are the skeletal remains of what appears to be an animal of some sort. Some ants are fighting over a small patch of dirt. So I mentioned this yesterday. I'm pretty sure that is, that's Combat Ants, which is like one of the upcoming games. I think that's kind of cool. Alright. A worn leather collar inscribed with Baxter. A steel key is attached to the collar. I'm going to take that. I'm going to sort of preload this one, because I know what's coming. Plants that once decorated this sunroom have grown to cover almost every interior surface. The aroma of vegetation is overwhelming. The hands on the window were there the first time. No, game. There we go. You diligently clip away the vines until none remain, revealing a sliding glass door that was hiding behind them. That's gonna make me jumpy every time. You use the hedge shears to cut away the vines that have grown over the metal box. Once removed, the box opens easily. You take a rusty hacksaw. What was that one? Number 9? Actually, it's just going to be the last one in the list, isn't it? Yes, it is. Baxter did not make it through the night. I just finished burying him under the cherry tree, his favorite spot to sleep. Charlie and Becky are beside themselves with sadness. What was this note? Oh, sheet music. Okay, cool. So here, we can use gas on this thing. And then we also use matches on the gas. The object immediately bursts into flames. After a few minutes of burning, it is reduced to a pile of ash. You take a brilliant red gemstone from the ashes in the fireplace. It's a ruby. This simple tile floor bathroom is fairly clean, despite the cloying smell of mildew hanging in the air. You pull the shower curtain away to reveal a shocking sight! So we use the drain cleaner on the drain. You empty the contents of the drain cleaner into the sink. Moments later, the foul water is sucked down the drain. You try to take the shiny object out of the drain, but your fingers are just too big to fit into the small opening. You open the medicine cabinet, and inside you find a pair of tweezers. So we will use the tweezers to collect whatever that is. Using the tweezers, you adroitly pluck a silver key from the drain, but lose the tweezers down the drain in the process. The mummified corpse in the tub is encrusted with mold and fungi. So I mentioned previously that this looks and feels like a Flash game, and here is an example of which. Let's just be absolutely psychotic and cut these fingers off, because I want a plot item. You saw through the corpse's dry, leathery flesh with a sickening grate. Eventually, the finger comes off, bearing the ring with it. No. Despite your best efforts, nothing happens when you try to leave. I just want to leave. Right. This, I believe, opens you? This key is too large to fit into the jewelry box's tiny silver keyhole. Oh, then... this one? There it is. The silver key perfectly fits into the jewelry box and opens with a click. Inside, there is a single brass key. Okay, so now... I am overdue getting scared. Where is my scare? I don't know, but I don't like this. Anyways, let's do some of this. You're able to open the garage door mechanism using the wrench to discover that it needs a new motor. And with this, we put the motor in there. Using your wrench, you remove the broken motor from the garage door mechanism and install the one from the lawnmower. Garage door opens loudly. Oh, that's gonna summon the killer. The large imposing house stands before you almost defiantly. You'd love nothing more than to leave its vicinity. What did I tell you? The masked figure suddenly appears in front of you. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just going to run back through the house. You'll never see me again. Or maybe you will. Thank you very much for the Shiki 5 stream streak in Perkle Woodland. We're talking about Flash and Newgrounds. The fact that I still pronounce it Shiki 5 in my head is... yeah. 2000's internet has permanently altered my brain chemistry. After what feels like an eternity, you hear them turn around and leave. Despite your fear, you survived. Alright. Now I have to go back to this way. Because there's a couple things that we can do here. The first thing we can do is jam the flat end of the crowbar behind a board and pop it off easily. The rest of them soon follow. And then we can use this hexagonal ring on here. You push the ring into the opening and something clicks. The water quickly drains from the fountain. You take the shiny green object out of the drained basin and are surprised to see that it is an emerald. Next thing, at least as I recall, is we can do that, but also run away very, very quickly, because that means the killer's going to come. Hello, the killer. How are you doing? With your heart pounding, you duck behind a large bush and cover your mouth, hoping to hide. So, Arden Slacker mentioned liking this one as one of their favorites. I can see why. While not one of mine, it plays very similarly to... Oh, that was a close one! Shadowgate and Uninvited. Particularly with this little thing down here. Although in those games they had the little squares on them that showed you where you could go. Hang on. You pick a cherry from the tree and notice it's completely covered in mold. You quickly discard it. No, I want to go that way, because the next place we need to go is the shed. Because you put the ornamental egg in a vise. You place the egg into the vise and tighten it. The egg bulges with pressure before exploding. A gold key falls out. Now, this is about as far as I got last time, because I went, you know what? I think I can just leave. So I did. A lion statue with a mouth agape as if waiting to be fed. On the base is inscribed, "On spring, green fields the children play." So you... Emerald. The red-hot sun will warm the day. So you... are a ruby. These four are going to be how I open this. And... yes. Oh, wait a second. I can do something with that. I remember. Brass key. Grandfather clock. You insert the brass key into the clock's face and turn it to a series of satisfying clicks. The clock chimes briefly, but makes an unusual grinding sound, followed by a loud snap. Finally, something drops and rolls out from under the clock. And... you strike him with a knife. Your attack causes him to stumble, but only briefly. I was trying to run away. Suddenly, you regain your composure. Perhaps you managed to lose them? Wait, really? Okay, cool. I'll take that. You pull on the ornate gold handle, but the door remains locked. There is a keyhole just below the handle. Ahahaha. So you are going to be you, Miss Gold Key. Ka-chow! You unlock the door with the gold key. Judging by the size of this spacious room and the furniture within, this must be none other than the master bedroom. Nobody mentioned that one particular hotel that you're not able to leave because I don't want the lead singer to come down and strike my channel. Okay? Thank you. Journal entry 12. This weekend, I randomly started breaking out in hives. Itchy bumps all over my arms and face. Put some allergy cream on my skin. Seems to have helped a little. Inside the drawer, you find a worn journal with most of the pages torn out of it. A loose page falls out, and you take it. They didn't make it. Is this our Itchy Tasty? Everybody's gotta do an Itchy Tasty. A chill runs down your spine as a cool night breeze sweeps over you on this balcony. Over the metal railing, you see the garden below. You take journal entry 16. It was always screaming, "Noise, noise, noise! Keep it in room with door locked to stop me from hear it. Now it not feel well till I make tea for it. It must drink tea." Telling you, Itchy Tasty. You flip a latch and the trapdoor springs open, and the ladder drops down through it. Do you reckon that's going to be a noise? cut the rope with the hacksaw and hear the thud of something hitting the ground. Also, yeah, Hotel Arizona. That's the one. I don't know what else it could be in Perka Woodland. Everything is fine. Actually, hang on a second. You are going to be to the holding cell, aren't you? Yes. Well, there's your problem, boss. You're trying to sleep beneath a trapped monster? A more thorough search of the shelves doesn't yield anything of value. This quiet room is lined with bookshelves and the stale odor of old books. It seems like an ideal place to get some work done. Yoink. Yoink! Cheryl and I got into an argument over the kids drawing on the walls in their playroom. She thinks they're just expressing their creativity. But who will have to repaint the walls? Me. And it was me that Becky came crying to because Charlie had scribbled all over something important that she wrote on the wall. Aren't kids great? You spin the globe and it rotates smoothly. Portrait painting of a distinguished looking person that you don't recognize. The bottle is sealed and doesn't look like there's anything inside of much use anyway. You turn on the computer to a series of beeps. On the black screen, there is a glowing text requiring a login password. Well, you know what I do see? I see this. You pull on the book and hear a metal sound. The bookcase slides away, partially, to reveal a hidden passage. See, this is what I said yesterday, the one thing that the Scooby-Doo team animated. That book. Interact with that book. Apart from some blood and broken glass, this bathroom looks clean and untouched compared to the rest of the... I mean, if you ignore all of the gore, there's no gore. Fantastic. You open up the cabinets to find various toiletries and bathroom cleaners. A bottle of peroxide catches your eye, so you take it. Pictures that look motivational posters, sans text, hang on the wall here. Dirty wooden boards are nailed across the window, preventing any moonlight from getting in. Can I? The boards are remarkably secure. Doesn't seem worth the effort to remove them. Fair enough. Feel filthy, but the idea of showering here doesn't appeal to you. You turn the knob, and the button lock disengages, unlocking the bathroom door. Wait, what? I thought... There's an X scratched into the surface of this large vanity mirror. I thought backwards would be the way that I had come. When in doubt, break stuff. You smash the crowbar into the mirror and it shatters, revealing something written on the wall behind it. The mirror has been shattered, and the numbers 229-8. Hang on. Have been written on the wall in permanent marker. You make a note of it. I didn't mean show him the hacksaw. I meant hit him with the hacksaw. The layout of this hallway is similar to the one on the first floor, except for the total darkness. You best watch your step. I'm trying to leave. With your heart pounding in your chest, you duck behind the houseplant and cover your mouth, hoping to... Hang on! The light's on in this room! The killer shouldn't be able to see me. Because the lights are supposed to be off in this room. Unless the killer turned them on to make it easier to see. In which case, it's actually a smarter killer than we ever thought it was. Ah, dang it. Smarter than me. So... that's a really useful shortcut, because, like, check it out. I'm back here. A large landscape painting. It's hanging slightly crooked. Yeah, there you go. You take the painting off the wall. I notice a safe in the wall behind it. And I'll bet you that that is used on that. You try the number code you found in the bathroom. The lock clicks and the safe pops open, revealing the white gem inside. Take a diamond from the safe. I'm going to pause because the killer is on the roam, and I don't want for the killer to come find me. That's something they did in the remake of Leisure Suit Larry, like in the first one, where they... in the original, you had to give a password, and the password, you had to type it in. You learned it in-game, you had to type it in. And the way that it went in the remake that didn't have text parser was... someone essentially hands you the words, Ken sent me. And you have to give those words to the doorman, and that's how you get in. Using the trusty knife, you slice through the cloth, ripping the bundle open. Inside is a corpse, clasping tightly onto something. You pry open the corpse's rotten, brittle fingers, and take the gleaming yellow stone it was holding. I thought that was a nose. That looked like a nose. On the base is inscribed, when yellow leaves begin to fall... I have a topaz. The white wind comes to take them all. Have a diamond. You hear a metal click and the gate before you slowly begins. Nope. You hear a click and the metal gate before you slowly swings open. There. I can read. However, before we go through the gate, there is stuff that needs to be done inside the house. Specifically, up here, because I didn't go through here. The posters and small identical beds indicate that this bedroom is for 2 young children. You try to open the music box, but it's held shut by some locking mechanism. You notice a small hole on the side of the music box. Oh. That's the guy from Avianos. Brontosaurus man? Yeah, that man. Worst fight with my wife in a long time. Yesterday the kids were playing in the yard where the dog was buried. Today they are very sick. Wife blames me, saying I should have taken care of the stuff that was growing under the tree, and that it made them sick. I know the tea will help them, so I'll make some for them to drink. The dollhouse is too big to carry around, and there's nothing inside that seems like it would be useful enough to take. Looking through the dresser, you find the odd toy among children's clothing, but nothing looks like it'd be too useful. You give the teddy bear a squeeze just to be sure it's not hiding anything. It's not. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Alright. So where am I? Yeah, see, the light's off. That's a rascal. The killer is in that room. Ah, okay. Cool. There is an eeriness about the pitch-black playroom, once a place of merriment, as evident by the many toys. Oh, hell yeah, they got the glowy dark stars on the ceiling. That's how you know everything's cool. I'm taking you. You're on the cartridge. You do anything? Creepy doll with black beady eyes and lifelike hair. You can feel something hard inside of it. Oh. Krem, welcome on in. You stick the rusted knife into the doll's stomach, ripping it open. Inside, you find a small aluminum, spelt wrong, key amidst the stuffing. Aluminium, because there's another I in it. Aha. Wife said kids seem worse. She begs me to take them to doctor. She is wrong. She's always wrong. I know they will be fine. I will give them tea. They will get better. Yeah, for sure. It's like... aluminium. It's fine. We're doing alright. We are playing through... really quite an enjoyable game, I think. Where is my exit? There is my exit. Hey, question. Can I turn the light on? Nope. Don't even get the glow-in-the-dark stars. Awful. Ah! There's a hiding point. There's not a hiding point here. The killer has taken it away. Okay, cool. I never played Deja Vu. The one that I have said was Shadowgate Uninvited. I want to say there's a Friday the 13th game that goes like this, or I might just be thinking of Newgrounds. There are a couple of games in this package that, like, originally began on Newgrounds, so... Ah! It's fine. It's fine. The killer doesn't pay much rent. It's fine. Alright, so with this... you use the aluminium key. Friday the 13th NES was like this. Okay, cool. The lid of the music box snaps open, and a haunting tune fills the air. Inside is a pair of red-tinted glasses. You take them. But that's also going to call the killer. Hi. Run outside. Run into the bushes. I might be thinking of Friday the 13th. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street on Windows. Which was the Friday the 13th one where you had to run around the camp. And it was really, really, like... and it was kind of weird perspectives-wise. Which one was that one? I'm really, really glad that getting the cherry ending to this does not involve staying alive. Can I? Send some here. Yeah! Holding up the magnifying glass, you're able to read tiny print on the dollhouse that reads Lancelot. You make a note. Are we good? Yeah, we are good. But like, you know the one I'm talking about, right, Brian? When the little thing down here with all the squares telling you which rooms you could go to? That one. Oh no, wait a second. Wait a second. We'll do you in a bit, because this one, right? Yeah. What we can do, we can use our D glasses. You view the scribbles through the glasses, and arrows suddenly materialize out of the disorder. You remember them. Type Lancelot into the computer, and the words login successful appear on the screen. You manage to access the computer with the password. You're familiar with the interface because of a computer class you once took. You click on the trash, revealing the file that was inside of it. Mix peroxide, tea tree oil, and tobacco leaf. Pour over any fungus to kill it. You make a note of this. I make a note of this. Peroxide, tea tree, tobacco. I'm going to put that in the right order, because I can see the game wanting me to do that in the right order. Alright then. I am going to leave. Now that one. Leave. Because I also remember that particular setup, there was a lot of Flash games that did that. It borrowed the squares down here to show you the exits and pathways and so on. And they were also brutally unfair, and would kill you. The walls of this hedge maze stretch high above you as its paths twist and wind in the various directions. Oh! Use the directions, but nothing happens. Hang on. Directions you copied. After wandering the maze for several minutes, you realize that you've returned to the entrance of the maze. Right, so we use the directions on the maze. Oh no, you run right back into the monster's clutches! So... yes, actually, that's the right way to go. I saw you! Don't think I didn't. There we go. The maze gives way to a clearing, where a solitary statue is ensconced amongst the hedge walls. A quiet stillness hangs in the air. You take it. Upon closer examination, you realize that this archery arrow is actually a crossbow bolt. Is there anything that can open you? No. I didn't go through here. Let's go through here. Oh wait, I did. That's the kids' room, isn't it? Never mind. Oh, there we go. This dark attic seems to have been forgotten in time. Dust covers every inch of the floor, and cobwebs choke the rafters overhead. And welcome on in. I saw Cheryl sticking one of my pool cues in the pool today. I shouted, "Honey, that's not how you play pool," thinking some humor might hide my irritation. Turns out she had attached something to the end of it to fish out a necklace she had dropped in. I just wish she hadn't used one of my expensive cues for that. Not for nothing. Couldn't you just go into the pool? Like, it's a pool. The idea is you go into it. No way of getting through that lock without a key. Alright, what keys do I have? You look old and antique. I can see why it would remind a person of Maniac Mansion. I really wanted to like Maniac Mansion, but I'm not very good at keeping track of 3 things at once. The bronze key fits perfectly into the lock and opens it. Inside the chest is a large crossbow. I know your tricks, game. Load the crossbow. Thanks. And that. Oh, and what we do? Sheet music on the piano. You begin playing the piano, but on the 16th note, a wire snaps with a twang. You reach over and pull out the wire. Uh-oh. Because what that does... Yeah, that's gonna summon you. So what I now do... Yeah, you weren't expecting to be armed, were you? Your trembling finger pulls the trigger and the crossbow fires its bolt right into the eye hole of the man's mask. He screams, that was a mask? And collapses to the ground. After making sure he's not moving, you search his body and find a rusted iron key. Well... Wait, no! I think I can finish now, right? Because what happens next is that key is going to be for this lock, surely. Iron key opens the lock on the bulkhead door. Wires and ventilation ducts hang overhead in this dismal basement, doing little to relieve the sweet, pungent musk that permeates here. That's a really good little trill. I like it. Light hurt. Hide light. Head hurt. More bumps on face. Light hurt. Bomb just hurt. Drink more tea. Feel for your wife. See? I knew it. The man was slowly being driven insane by the tea. You easily open the sliding lock, unlocking the door at the top of the stairs, and then that will take us into the hallway? Oh, it dang sure does. Alright. And then what can we do? Using the screwdriver, you unfasten the screws holding the panel on, and it falls to the floor, requiring a gear. A metal cog from the clock fits perfectly into the set of gears. Oh, and then you become wires. Using the piano wire, you tie the damaged wires together. A spark of electricity zaps your fingers, and you catch a whiff of ozone. Then that. You pull the lever with all your might, but it doesn't budge an inch. It has rusted in place. Oh, then. I've mentioned Maniac Mansion to Rixtress a couple of times. I think that's really, really not a good use of the word penetrating. I think it's a really good game because it lets you solve a number of puzzles in a number of ways, and not enough games let you do that. You pull the lever easily, and the gears begin turning. The bar across the door slides out easily. You step into a scene that makes your mind reel with horror, an entire room covered with various manifestations of pulsating fungi. Right, now, what did it say? It said peroxide, and tobacco, and tea tree oil. Oh, wait! Wait! I was just thinking about this! We picked up the ball right at the start of the game, and I haven't done anything with it! So we use you. We use you. We use you. And then we use you on you. You pour the fungicide onto the wall and it begins shaking violently, emitting a high-pitched sound. You run outside. A faint cry is drowned out by the crackle of the flames, which warm you as you watch the house burn. The nightmare is over. The end. You had 6 bad dreams while you were trapped in Night Manor. Oh no! Oh no! This is a bad ending as well! Do you see that? Do you see that? No, it's us! But, you know what? Absolutely fine and fair and fine. Because... let's just put you down there. We got a cherry ending. You may have seen bottom right, if I wasn't covering it up, the little... I'm going to try plugging that into the terminal, if I didn't already. But yeah, may have seen in the bottom right, we got a little cherry spinning around like a slot machine is what it's called, fruit machine. And what I think that means, well, no, what I know that means, is that now the cartridge has turned red on the main screen because we got the super clear ending, and I'm really, really happy with that. I still have a little while, so let's take a look at the next couple games, and we'll see how we're doing. Oh, Quagga, do tell, what crisis did you... Also, good job, first of all. And what crisis did you prevent? It's just like Silent Hill! 2 cherry discs. There you go, see, this one's turned red. It doesn't do anything, like, over here that's new, unfortunately. But now I have 2 little dots on the red flag down there. Rickstress, you have watched Tart playing Silent Hill. Alright, you know. There's the ghost! Heck yeah! You saw how it goes. You grow the mushrooms at your face. Game's terrifying. 2,485 moon drops since my last visit. Oh, heck yeah! Make me more! 2,560. Oh, goodness. So what's this bit? Yeah, a house for 5 ingots. So I need 5 more ingots, and then I can build a house. I believe when I build houses, people will show up and they can work on this stuff. So we can get to that. I can't do anything with that yet, because I need 150 ingots. You'll get working on it. You know what? Let's get another one. And hopefully the game will throw out another ingot while I'm doing this. I need 500. Yeah, this is an idle game. There is actually an active element to it. But for the most part, yeah, pilot crashes on planet Zoldath, and you just sort of wait. I will say, this track, absolute jam. This reminds me of, like, Sonic 3 era Sonic. You know what I mean? Like Knuckles Chaotix. Ingot! Hell yeah. One more of those, and I'm gonna build a house. See if I don't. There is a point to all of this, by the way. I'm going to buy another chunk of ham, and then head into the danger zone to show you what it is like. And hopefully do better than I did last time, where I immediately died. And then I'm going to go and play the next couple games, and come back to clean out moon drops by the end of the stream, so that I can just keep doing this every time I play UFO 50. It's just a couple more ingots here and there. Alright, that's enough. Slar's my name. If you want to survive the wild zone, you'll need some meat. Meat won't last forever. Come back before it runs out. Thank you. 360 seconds and walk away. Oh my god, that is perfect! I'm gonna build a house when I get home. See if I don't. See, that's normally what happens when I roam the wild zone. Is, I get hit by... Maybe that's why. Normally what happens when I do this is I get hit by the scorpions, lose a bunch of time, and they give me, like, 5 gemstones, which I could just get. Okay. Maybe that's the game's way of saying, hey, don't get hit, and you'll be fine. You get better stuff if you don't take damage. Or not. Maybe I just got kind of lucky with those first couple drops. That's fine. These coins say they are to be spent when in the wild zone. I haven't found a shop yet, but I believe there's going to be one about the place. This place is ridiculous. Because these guys have got guns, and they just shoot you a lot, and you don't get to be alive anymore. I'm going to leave. I'm going to play it turbo safe. And now, would you like to build a house? Yes! A friendly alien shows up and claims it for their home. Your friend whistles a cheerful tune. It's quite loud. Nice, what else we got? 5 ingots for a house. That meat is free meat, so that's fine. I'm just going to keep hold of that. What we're going to do, we're going to come back a little later on, I think. And... now, I'm here. There's meat available in the shop, so I can just go get that. I want one of you guys to drop a single ingot, please. Just one. I wonder if this is set. Like, every time you go a particular way, this particular scorpion always drops an ingot or 2. I don't know. No! All my coins! My precious antique coins! Guess what? Didn't save. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. Quagga's mom's sewing machine. Being janky. Favorite hobby, second machine, simple one, but refuses to list. So... machine costs €250. Christmas present. Yeah, she got it. So, took it apart, gave it a deep clean, found a couple threads. Do you know what? I can believe it. It's like older computers, and some newer ones, to an extent. Do I gotta keep my Zoldax? Oh, heck yeah, I kept my Zoldax! And... friend is now working at this workbench. There you go. So every time I get 1,000 moon drops, this guy will create ingots. With that, I can build this house, this bench, and so it goes on until eventually I have more and more materials to buy upgrades and actually get somewhere in the danger zone. You see? Now it has saved. Minnie and Max! Minnie and her dog Max are locked in the storage room. Harness the magic of shrinking to escape. One of our largest games to date. It plays homage to several UFO... Where did various come from? What? It pays homage to several UFO subtitles that precede it. This is probably going to be the last half of this stream, because Minnie and Max is friggin' huge. You can stay in the storage room tonight. But why? There's nothing to do in here. Because Mom isn't here, and I'm in charge. That's why. Here, you can hang out with Max. It's not fair. Two hours later. It feels like we've been locked in here for forever. I'm so bored. I have an idea. Will it get us out of here? Maybe. This room is so small, we should try shrinking. But I don't know how to shrink. Neither do I. Maybe if we just crouch down and think small thoughts? That'll never work. Watch me try. You hear this music, by the way? This is the party house music. We're locked in the closet because our sister is one of the climbers throwing the party in party house. That's cool. Come back, dog! There you are! I can't believe shrinking actually worked! Isn't it great? There's so much more room to run around. If you want to find me later, meet me back on the roof. What do you want? Do you know a way out of this room? Are you stupid? You're standing in front of a door. I mean, is there a way out of the big room? All of this? Haha, I knew what you meant the first time. I was just messing with you. I might know something about getting out of here, but it'll cost you 20 shinies. Shinies? Gee, you don't know much, do you? They're little shiny things. Look a bit like stars. Ever since they fell out of the sky 2 years ago, everyone's been using them for money. I'm taking this teapot. Oh my god, I did! Alright, dog, it's tea time! So, story-wise, I think that kind of follows. Right, don't touch enemies. Enemies will just hurt you. Can we Super Mario 2 you? No. Maybe. Who knows? I am just launching things like a mad joke. Everything is great. Hello, door. Hello, door. "50 games for you to search through. What a hunt I have for you. I offer this your starting clue. Turn your skin a shade of blue." Oh yeah, I was also going to write this down. Hang on. Apparently the insert button still works on Notepad. Who knew? In this, the year of our Luigi, 2026. Nah, figured not. So wait, is this supposed to be... This is supposed to be the start of the treasure hunt. I skipped many, many steps. Cause like, look how far down the game table this is. And I found my clue here in the first one. Wild. To give a gift, collect at least 100 shinies, escape for gold. But I just did this bit. Incidentally, I thought that that clock was supposed to tell the correct time. That is not the correct time. I mean, the game told me to shrink down here, so let's shrink down here. Let's see what we can find. Aside from the start of a clue. Nice! Can I... No. I was wondering if I could maybe jump down through platforms and such. This game does not let you do that. Welcome to Dust Bunny Warren. Buy something to support the Warren? I thought that was Karnov's face from, was it Rakshasa? I'm okay for now. I'm just here to make sure the dirt brains pay their taxes to King Mittens. So many of my friends are gone. There used to be twice as many of us. You're one of those size changes, aren't you? Maybe you can use your powers to find out what happened to our friends. We pay King Mittens all these shinies to protect us, but now that our friends are disappearing, he won't do anything to help. I don't feel so good. I hope I don't disappear like the others. Our people have been mysteriously disappearing one by one. I feel like I could help if I just tidied up my room. Oh, we can Super Mario 2 these things. Good to know. Hello, Grasshoppers! Always grasshoppers. Always eggs. Always grasshoppers in these games. Can you turn around? Thank you. Yeah, give me some shiny stars. The shiny stars are the, maybe not. They're going to be the shards of the mirror that we threw, because our sister really annoyed us. Yes, that's just going to break, so I can't go through that way yet. Come back with an umbrella. Sorry, Grasshopper. I'm not sorry at all. I'm trying to concoct a new drink, but some ingredient is missing. If you find a mushroom spore, could you bring it to me? I just played a game of mushrooms, and let me tell you, you don't want to play none of that. I mean, you do want to play it. It's a really clever game. But also, don't eat the mushrooms. They'll kill you. Yeah, give it out. Go away, this door isn't for you. Well, what if it was, Mr. Ant? What if I would become huge and step on you? That'd probably solve a bunch of problems. Mine, not yours. Alright, that's fine. Up we go. This is... Plant Pot. Nice to finally meet you, Minnie. How do you know who I am? We can hear you big people talking down here. Most of us little people just tune it out. But I'm still more connected to the big world than most. Tell me, do I look familiar? Maybe a little. That's because my portrait is still sitting in this room. Truthfully, I'm surprised no one has thrown it away yet. I used to be big, and I lived inside this house. This was many years before your family moved in, of course. It was in those days I learned that I could shrink. I can't explain it. Perhaps this house is enchanted. But you stayed small. Did you get stuck down here? Oh, it has all been by choice. You see, time flows differently down here. By staying small, I have extended my life by centuries. Eleanor is even older than I am. I believe it was her family that built this house. Speaking of Eleanor, I could really go for some of her tea. So, look how far we traveled. Or, you know, didn't. So what we do... Now, if I grow... Can I get across that? I can't get across that. Ah, dang it. Alright, hang on. I didn't know the game was going to be that finicky about where I needed to stand in order to grow. I mean, that's fine, right? Climbing up the plant pot wasn't that much of a challenge. Alright, William, have some tea. You brought the tea, thank you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. So, when I first discovered I could shrink, I was hungry for adventure. I roamed far and wide across this great room. It wasn't long before I learned I could shrink even smaller. You mean even smaller than we are now? Indeed, and the smaller I shrank, the more I became obsessed with exploring. It was slow going at first. It takes energy to stay so small. And then the creatures you encounter can sap your strength quickly. But over time, I became stronger. So my advice, if you want to reach your full potential, is to spend some time exploring the smallest size levels. Here, this should help get started. Ah. Oh! And then that... is how I get through here. Maybe through that door, but more specifically, the little pathway here. Oh, that's weird. I don't know how much I like the look of this. This reminds me of any number of games where you would fall out of the level data and into the, like, data. You can do it in Super Mario Land 2 real easily, and that's basically how the speed run of that game works, is to... Aww. But yeah, basically the speedrun of that game is to collapse out of the data of the game, dig your way through to the specific byte of just a mash of data, until you find the one that's the level end. And then you just complete the game that way. It will take more than that to beat strong Badiophage. Oh no, I figured it might. So what I'm doing, I'm heading over to the right here, because I want to, when the roof is cleared, I want to become big again, and collect the sparkly stuff that I had seen. Yeah, see, like here, there's no roof, so I think I'm on the other side. Nice. Let's go over here. Oh, hang on. That? Can I go inside that? If you seek safe refuge, you will find it in the city of Lamptopia. Lamptopia lies directly under the shade of the Great Standing Lamp, just west of the Central Pole. I feel like there's got... Oh no, there. So there's something dripping from the ceiling. But it's landing here next to the portrait. So my thought is, clearly there's going to be somewhere where it's just going to be a great torrent of water gushing from... Yeah, see? This is where all the mold is from the... What's it? Drippy water. And there's the drippy water. I was going to say, what do you mean I can't climb on that? Please let me in, Lamptopians! I promise I'm not that big and scary. Fall damage. Good to know. Can I go inside these plugs? See, this is what I mean when I say that Minion Max is a huge game. I didn't even intend for that to be a pun. There's a single blue pixel there. What are you? You arrived just in time to witness history. I built a machine that can create shinies out of raw electricity, and I'm about to turn it on for the very first time. It works! I'm a genius! Oh dear, I think I've damaged the entire power outlet. Oh, that's one shiny. I thought I could shrink down and collect extra shinies. That's how money works. Just becomes smaller, it will look bigger. So can I can. Go away, you're not welcome here. Yeah, well, neither are you. Get out of here. I might be here to get rid of you, Ant. I might be. That game's kind of fun. Pocket jockey ride on, it's fun. 2 arms, 2 legs, no antenna. You look just like the giant of our legend. Please don't hurt me. The heck are you? Poisonous is what you are. Don't touch that. What's that? Oh, yeah. Dust Bunny Kingdom. Okay. Okay. Cool. I mean, I feel like there has to be some stuff to do with the power outlet. I must ask you to stand back. King Mittens doesn't want anyone approaching the base of the great door. But what if I want to open the door so I can get out of here? The power that unlocks the door lies way above me in Doorknob Palace. You'll have to go there and plead your case before King Mittens. What if that door was for me? Jerk. It's my house. I get to say where people get to go in my own house. Okay, so I think that bit was just a shadow. I can just bury that guy. That's great. I can make that guy pop up. That was also pretty cool. I'll come and pile those blocks up later, maybe. There's other shinies about the place. I don't need that one. I don't think. Cherry requirement. Get all shinies. Ah, damn it. Mother is grieving the loss of her egg and cannot speak. The egg was taken by ants that nest in the furthest flower pot. They are demanding 500 shinies in ransom, but we already gave most of our shinies to King Mittens in the form of taxes. With no other choice, we sent our best soldiers to retrieve the egg, but none have returned. Now I am reduced to asking a giant like you for help. Sorry, Queen Ant. I can't get back over there. Dang. I wanted to say hello to Queen Ant. Fine. You okay there, dead fly? Wait, hang on. Ah! I sure hope there wasn't something important in there. Alright, now we'll go say hello to Queen Ant. When King Mittens finds out the outlet was destroyed on my watch, he'll shrink me back down to my original size. So those guys are called Plastinites. So I'm wondering if the big deal is that they are essentially toy soldiers, excuse me, that have been sized up. So I can clear 2 squares. I could have cleared that if I hadn't then blocked it off. Ah, crackles. Come on, Cass, you can do better than that. You're making your own job harder to do. Where do I stand? There. Not there. So what's that? There? That should not have been as hard as it was. That's fine. Alright, let's go say hello to the Queen Ant. Or Termite. Probably ants, right? Because the next game that UFO Soft produced was Combat Ants. Worth it. Totally worth it. Alright, Fly came back. Yeah, see, that was my thought. Do I have to shrink down on top of the Fly? And that will give me something. Like you. What are you? Well, I don't know what that does. So good to know that it's there at the very least. So, the ant's in the furthest plant pot. So that's going to be this one. But I am also told that this place is not for me. So, who even knows? You look a bit like the legendary creature known as William. I bet my friends in the town of Protus would like to meet you. Protus is the main settlement in the West Flower Pot. It's on the soil floor, right above a crack. Your max HP is increased. But what about Minnie? I bet everybody does that. You have to be surprisingly observant. Look at that little greenhouse. Please help. Can you bring some of that honey back there? I have no strength left to get it myself. Hi. Okay. So my thought was, when the bee said, get me some honey, I thought, shrink down, just grab a big gob of it off the floor, and there you go. Oh! That's a fungus spore. And Ms. Mouse, down here, wanted fungus spore for her tea. Where was the mouse? I don't remember. Would a map help? Yeah, probably. Guess what I'm not gonna draw? One of those. Aha, here we go. I bet it was in here. Oh, this is just what my drink needed. Seeing as you helped, why don't you take some of my concoction with you? Be warned, it's quite strong. Energy eggs. Thrown objects do more damage. Eggs. Always with the eggs in this game. Not entirely sure what that has accomplished. But that's there now if ever I need it. Good to know. What if? Can I go this way? I want to go into the piggy bank. You must help silverfish are eating those precious books. Books are a vital source of knowledge. Won't you please put a stop to those awful silverfish? Oh my god, it's Minecraft all over again. You kill one and like 20 billion of them spawn. We'll do this first, then we'll travel over and grab some that's shiny over there. I am, unfortunately, that guy who, in Minecraft, will occasionally just... After a while, you get a feel which blocks have got silverfish in them. I'll break one open just to see the entire rest of the fortress explode. And then kite them all backwards going, ah, I knew this would happen, it happens every time. And honestly, I have nobody to blame but myself. Can't stop me, though. Oh, that's awful. Don't worry, Bookworm. I've got this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't fully know what silverfish are. I just know that they are bugs of some description, and oh my god, they get everywhere, and when they get everywhere, you want to get rid of them, but I don't fully know what they are. You know, as opposed to, like, I know what termites are. I know what ants and wood lice and stuff like that are. And I'm actually kind of wondering if it's one of those things where I look it up and I go, oh, that. In England, we call them, you know, cromdiddlies or some nonsense like that. They're very strong, I'll give you that. That is it. At least down here. Let's go up. This could work. I'm just gonna stand here and throw upwards and hit them like that. Maybe not. That one's coming right for me. It's coming right for me. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Alright, before I leave, is that all of them? Is there any spare ones hanging around that I missed? And Bookworm's gonna tell me to go back and try again. Nope, we are all clear. Good. Mainly because I get to leave this room with the vertical horizontal scrolling, which is making my eyes go weird. Please stop doing that, game. Ooh, hello. 9 more, and I get a present for my garden. Thank you so much for defeating those awful silverfish. I will pay you 20 shinies for your trouble. Now I'm free to enjoy all these books to myself. Yeah! Now I got a little something in my garden. We're going to take a look at that before I go. Surely I have to be able to get into the piggyback. Like, that was the whole point of me coming up here, was so I could take a look at it and maybe see what that looked like. Maybe yes, maybe I have to launch my way up. That way. Fly. The way that I'm facing. Goodbye, sweet bookcase. We hardly knew ye. My plan is that this is sequence breaking. Yeah, see, look, it's Doorknob Kingdom. Alright, so now I know that I can get over there. It's cool, I get to do a little dance. Although, honestly, the thought of being on or around regular flies makes my skin crawl. I don't know that I want to go into a massive fly the size of myself. Like, that's a real good counterpoint. People who are like, oh man, I wish Pokemon were real. Beedrill is 3 feet tall. Smart, Cass. Real smart. Beedrill is 3 feet tall. You don't wish Pokemon were real. I was gonna say, can I even get up this way now? Yes, I can. This is just a quick way of doing that. Oh yeah, I remember. This is really good, like, weird ethereal music. And I really, really appreciate it. Ooh. You're just the... Yeah, you're just a throwable. That's fine. Okay. You know what? I've got half an hour. I shall come back to you. What did I get? A rug! I got a rug for my guy. Isn't that nice? Combat ants! The evil red ants have taken your land. Fight back and defend your queen! Mr. Nemuru created the vision for this highly innovative strategy game. Now, I think there might be a clue in here, because the next one I have is, stand atop a gate where the worms congregate. So, a hill to die on. That's such a good subtitle. The bite of the red ant is fierce. Its mandibles can crush easily. Do your part against the red horde. The red ants have taken our land. We only have one queen left. There's a worm. No. Let's fight back. Feed our queen to create more ants, but be careful. The red ants are very strong. Our great comeback begins now. Good luck. Timid Hop, it's me. How you doing? Wait. Make soldiers. And then you lads, follow me. Why would I not just take control of one of the other generic little ant fellas? I don't know. Anyway, oi! Come here. Pathfind your way to the ground having fallen out of a tree, jerk. Now bring back to the queen. Come on. This one's weird. I don't know if I'm into this one. Harp, I'm doing alright. I got a cherry completion on a game in this here collection, which means that it was completed to a special degree. In this instance, I that thing just kills me outright. Okay. In this instance, I completed Night Manor, which plays a lot like a first-person puzzly game. And yeah, I like fully completed it. Oh, hang on. No. That guy turned blue. The next clue I have is turn your skin a shade of blue. You know what? I'm good with combat ants. Oh, hey, look, there's the sprite. The coin sprites from Night Manor. How about that? It's you! It's you! I think. It sure is you! Loud enough to wake the neighborhood cat. Oh, wait, I know what that one is as well. That is Party House. Yeah, you. See, look, the cat's awake. 2 troublemakers are in the house, and now the cat's awake. So... an adventure begins when a sandwich is stolen. You are Ninpek. Making a note of that anyway. Because the start of Ninpek, third stinger waits in the hangar. The opening to Ninpek, the adventure begins because my sandwich got stolen. Let's play Ninpek. I'm going to show off something cool in Ninpek. If you jump up there, there's a sandwich, and you just spawn a sandwich immediately. 500 points. I wish I had known. Like, when I was going, man, I really need to get 1,000 points. Turns out you can just do it. See? There's another one. Getting a present for your house in this game, you have to find 3 sandwiches. So I worked pretty hard trying to find the sandwiches at this game. There's supposed to be one down there. I forget where the trigger point is. It's fine. I got it. So I don't need to worry about Ninpeck anymore. Except for completing it, maybe? I'm not completing it. Clearly. Alright, what am I doing? Third stinger waits in the hangar. You, because you're about wasps. There it is. A column of 3. Need never flee. I didn't know which the third one was going to be, like from the right or the left. That could be any of them. You've got blocks in it to make a column. You've got troops that can stand in a column. You can make a column. Although, hold on just a moment. No. Okay, so my thought was, the next clue that I'm looking for, I mean, I have 2. A column of 3 needs never flee, and stand atop a gate where the worms congregate. So I thought maybe hop up there. But that's not a gate. Standing on a gate with worms? I haven't seen that. So my guess is it's going to be one of these 4. Well, maybe not Quibble Race, because that's all done through menus. No, I got nothing. So here's the garden. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call it there. What am I going to do? 15 minutes of Party House? God, I want to do 15 minutes of Party House. But you can't just do 15 minutes of Party House. You play the entire game. For hours. At least I do. Look, there's the ghost! Oh, little Piglin's gone to sleep. And now I have 2. No, I haven't. You know what I'm going to do? 15 minutes? I remember. Branwen literally went, oh yay, the idle game. So the next thing that I need to build is a resource silo, which I believe will make because what this guy wants is like 2,506. Yeah, 2,560 moon drops. So I need a place to store my moon drops. so we'll come back to that. Wow, you built a house. Our community has grown bigger. Sure is. Can't build any of this yet. That's what I want. And sure, why not? You guys are just gonna keep generating moondrops and junk. I have 10 minutes. Assuming I don't take any damage. Now I'm pretty sure that the thing that I need is gonna be in here. Oh, heck yeah! That thing is just eating my health. As well it should. It's huge. Man, it was definitely worth coming in here. Look at that. It really wasn't. What I'm learning is I need to be better at this game. So. Oh! If I build more, somebody else will show up. Well, that's lovely. We'll come back to that. I will get more gold ingots next time. I will upgrade that. Alright, now I'm gonna go to bed. By which I mean, my dude's gonna go to bed. I'm going to go to my parents' house. Who am I gonna go and raid? Let's find out. Let's go say hello to Heartache. Heartache is playing Bo, the Path of the Teal Lotus. And is right near the end. Oh my god. She did really well yesterday. Brute forced the boss right at the end of the game. Right near the start of the game. She did very, very well with that. So let's go say hello to her. Yes, come back next week for I don't know what, because Rixtrus is going to be here, and the two of us are going to stream together. We'll figure it out. And until next time, goodbye!